Well, welcome. Very happy to meet you again. And so yes, last time on the WhatsApp, I sent a few debates. Did you have time to check that or maybe to drop it? Yeah, okay, to drop it. Yeah, so I have some slides today. We will check that. Yes, so I will do a share screen, yeah? And then we will try to debate together. The most important points, of course, are to understand what means different, what means one. And of course, on the WhatsApp, we had many debates about entities and so on. And on last Monday as well, it was very nice. We had good debates about what means entity and one, if we compare entity and one entity and different and so on. So yeah, it was very funny. And I will try to share the screen. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Chaviji, for your help. Very good. So then you should be able to see the beautiful sword, the wheel of sword, with the Arya Manjushri's mantra. And also that image is so useful because our motivation is always important. You try to cultivate the cognitive aspects of our mind, but also with a good motivation, the affective side of our mind. So both are very important. Okay. And you know that if phenomena are different, they can be different in name or in meaning, or both name and meaning. Yeah, is that clear for everyone? Yes. Okay. Because I don't see all the cams. Ah, yes, maybe I try. So I cannot always see the eyebrows.
I just have
Yes,
a question.
please.
Is
Yes,
it
please.
when the same, when a name, for example, a table, a table in French or in other language, are they different or are they the same because the meaning is the same and then the
Yes.
what
Is
you
the
mean by
name different or not? Are the names
alors,
different?
but it's the same. It depends on the language, but that's why I think it's not really clear, for that.
Yeah, for instance, if you yes, if we say yes, table in French and table in English are very similar. But if we say, for instance, I don't know in Hindi, but in Tibetan will be chote, yeah, chote. So that's very different.
Yes, but for the people when they, even if you speak in Hindi or me French or English, when we see a table, all the three will see a table.
Yes, so the
It
meaning would
our
be the
language, so
same.
it will be the same.
Yeah,
So
the
that's why
meaning
for
would
me
be the
maybe it's
same,
not
yeah?
different, but yeah, I don't know. But
Yeah.
linguistically is different. In a sound is different.
Yes, exactly. So the name would be
Sound is different.
different.
Voilà.
Yeah, then when we refer to the name, we refer to the
Meaning the sound.
sound, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah,
So it makes sense. Okay.
yeah, very good.
Ah,
Very good.
name means sound. Okay,
Yeah,
great.
so the name could be the same.
Okay.
Like we said, for instance, there are so many
Okay.
people who are called Tenzin, you know? So if you call someone in the Tibetan monastery, Tenzin, hey, Tenzin la. So many people will look at you.
Ouais,
Yeah, so it's the same name, but different persons. Yeah,
ouais,
okay, so different meanings.
ok.
Okay, very good. So different, I'm sure you all know the definition of different, yeah? Yes, what is that?
Phenomena which is diverse.
Yes, diverse phenomena, yeah? And on the top of that, it's written here on the slide.
Ouais.
Diverse phenomena, yeah? Okay. Very good. So, okay. So we saw previously that if it exists, it is either one or different. Everybody agrees?
Mhm.
Okay. And if it is neither one nor different, it cannot exist. Yeah? Everybody agrees?
Yeah.
Okay, so if it's sure for all of you, then all the rest should be easy. Very good. So start to play. Okay, well, I guess you don't know the definition of one. So the very first answer is the reason is not established, yeah? Yeah, because the challenger is implying a reason. He says, because you don't know the definition of one, yeah, in reality. Okay, so the reason is not established. So it follows that you know the definition of one. Of course. Yes, accept. Opposite.
Phenomena which is not different, not diverse.
Yes, a phenomenon which is not diverse, yeah. So in this case, we have to use the singular form, yeah. Yeah, for different, we could say different diverse phenomena or diverse phenomenon for different. But here for one, we have no choice. Yeah, it has to be one. So it has to be one phenomenon, a phenomenon which is not diverse. Yeah, everybody agrees? Okay, very good. It follows that the subject, yes, please.
So one, it could be also a singular phenomena. That's the mean. It's exactly it's a synonym.
Yes, exactly. I think that in Cutting Through Appearances, one of the favorite books of Rossio, Cutting Through Appearances, there is one page in the Sutra Antica, they use the term single and different. Yeah, so you could say singular or different and so on. Okay, so yes, we just say one is a very, very literal way to translate chick in Tibetan, yeah? Okay. It follows that a subject, a phenomenon which is not diverse, is the definition of one. So you can see that the challenger goes step by step. Yeah, so he repeats a lot. That's one way to learn the definitions as well. Yeah? Okay, so we have to accept because that's the definition we gave. Yeah. Okay, accept. Very good. It follows that it's not the case because you don't know the difference between the two, one and non-different. So on the WhatsApp, I wrote not different, but that's the same with non-different. Yeah, it's the same meaning. Yeah. Okay. So we should say, because there is a there is a reason here, and the reason is totally fake, because of course you know the difference. We should say the reason is not established. Yeah. So of course we will see the defender's answers later.
But then you're not precisely if you are talking about phenomena.
We are just saying non-different.
Well, okay. No, but
Yeah.
I forgot that sometimes. That's the point.
Yes. Because non-different, we will see. It could refer to a non-existent, no?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so we will see that, yeah. Okay, so the reason is not established. So it follows that you know the difference between the two, one and non-different. Of course, accept. Okay, was it? So who would give an answer among contradictory, equivalent, 3P and 4P? So maybe first, are all those answers clear for everyone? Contradictory, equivalent, 3 possibilities and 4 possibilities? Does anyone have a doubt about that or not? Is that clear? Yeah, okay. Okay. Otherwise, please dare. Yeah, sometimes we can go a bit quick, and I don't want to lose anyone. Yeah. Okay.
If you can just, I mean, I think I know them, but can you is it repeat them so I know your
Yes.
definition?
Yes. For instance, contradictory is defined as different with no common base. Yeah, like for instance, a table and a pot. They are different and there is no common base between the two, so they are contradictory, yeah, or mutually exclusive in some texts. Yeah. Okay. And now if we say H2O and water, they are equivalent. Yeah, because H2O would be a way to define water, yeah, according to modern science. Yeah, H2O. We could say wet and moistening. Yeah, wet and moistening on one side and water on the other side. They are equivalent. Yeah. Okay, we could say produced and impermanent are equivalent. Yeah, or existent and phenomenon. Yeah, everybody agrees? Okay, so if it's the one, it has to be the other and so on, yeah? Okay, then 3P, like for instance, cold water and water, 3 possibilities. Yeah, the water in the lake is cold water and water. That's the first possibility. We have hot water, which is water, but not cold water. And we have something which is none of them, yeah, table, for instance, yeah? And 4P, you have A and B, A not B, B not A, and not A not B. Yeah, for instance, long-haired person and brown-haired person. Yeah, okay. Very good. So who would give an answer? Okay, the difference between the two among contractory equivalent 3P, 4P, between one and non-different.
3P.
3P. Okay, let's try. Okay, so we have the design here. So what is the first job from the defender when we compare two items?
Common base.
Yes, a common base, exactly. Exactly. Okay, because if you don't find any, they are contradictory, yeah? You found your answer. Okay, so what could be the common base between the two, one and non-different?
One apple.
Yeah. Yes, the subject one apple, yeah, or apple, yeah, if you wish. Yeah, so I put flower here, for instance, yeah. Yeah, so that would be the same. Flower, okay. Okay, very good. So it follows that the subject flower is one.
Accept.
It is one because?
Because it is not a diverse phenomena.
Yes. So it follows that if it is not diverse phenomena, it's necessarily one.
Accept.
Okay, so the subject, horn of the rabbit. It follows
No,
it is
you
not
said
diverse phenomena.
Yes. Not phenomena and not diverse phenomena.
Yes, very good. Yes, we have to affirm phenomenon, yeah? Because if we negate phenomenon and diverse, then we could have a non-existent. Yeah?
Yeah.
Very good. So yes, it follows that if it is a phenomenon which is not diverse, it's necessarily one.
Accept.
Very good. And it follows that the subject flower is not different or is non-different.
Accept.
Yes, it is not different because?
It is not diverse.
Yes, and in this case, you can say it is not diverse phenomena. Yeah, because if it is not diverse phenomena, it's necessarily not different. Yeah, so in this case, you can negate diverse and phenomena, both if you wish.
Yes.
Yeah, because here the negation is very exclusive, yeah. Yeah, or very inclusive, sorry, very inclusive, yeah. We say just not different. So if it is not different, it's not diverse phenomena. If it is not diverse phenomena, it's not different. If we negate the definition, we negate the definiendum, yeah? Yeah, okay, very good. Fantastic. So what could be one and not different and not different? Yeah, what could be one? Or maybe I should ask you, Chaviji, the perversion if you say 3P. Yeah, because here, if we have the perversion, maybe we don't need to ask what could be one and not different. Yeah. So if you say 3P, you could posit the perversion, yeah?
Yeah, I think is whatever is one is necessarily non-different, but whatever is non-different is not necessarily one.
Wow, fantastic. Very good. Yes, because one and different are a dichotomy, yeah? If it exists, it is either one or different. Yeah, so if it is one, it cannot be different. So if it is one, it's necessarily not different. Yeah, everybody agrees? Okay. Yes, because if we check here where the question mark is put, then we check what is one and not different. Yeah, so a double negation means one affirmation, yeah? Something which were one and different. And it's not possible, yeah?
Not possible.
Okay, that's why we have to put, yes,
What
please.
about chew and water?
What about what? Sorry?
Chew and water.
Ah, yes, chew and water. Chew and water, are they one?
They are different in name, but one.
They are one entity, yeah? we could say.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And if they are one entity, can they be one? Yeah, because yeah, we could think, yes, chu is the Tibetan word for water. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so if we say chu and water, they are different in name. Yeah. They are diverse in name. So they are diverse. But still, when we point toward one, we have to point toward the other. So from the object side, it's the same. So it's one entity. Yeah, they are one entity. Chu and water are one entity. Yeah, they cannot appear separately to direct perception, but they can appear separately to thought consciousness. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so they are
Isolate
different.
wise different. Okay.
Yes, exactly. They are one entity and different isolates. Yeah, only chu is the isolate of chu, and only water is the isolate of water. Yeah, so of course we will see the isolates later. But if you know the meaning of the isolate of water, it is that which is the opposite of not being one with water. Yeah, the opposite of not being one with water. And in the whole universe, only water is that. Yeah. And only chu is the opposite of not being one with chu. Yeah, so there are different isolates and the same entity. So if there are different isolates, they are different.
Okay.
Yeah, very good. But not different entities. Yeah, it's the same entity. Yeah, we can drink only water when we drink chu. Okay, very good. So there is nothing that can be one and not different. Everybody agrees? Yeah. Okay, very good. So as Chaviji
Real
said,
quick, sorry.
sorry, yes, please.
Yeah, I may as well say. So the one and non-different, so okay, you said what could be one and non-different. So this is the negation. So there's only one.
Yes, yes. If we
Okay.
say here the flower is
Yeah.
one and not different, yeah.
Yes.
So it is both.
So it is both. The example is the flower again.
Yes.
Okay.
You mean something which would be one and not different?
Yeah.
Something that would be one and not different. It has to be one and different, because not different means different.
So you have to say it has to be one and not different.
Yes, in this case it works. The flower is not different and it is one, but the
Yeah.
flower is not different.
Okay. So you're saying the flower is one and not different.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'll hold on that thought for a
Yeah,
bit. Thank
that
you.
works.
For
Okay.
now.
Yes, because it is not diverse in name and meaning. It is just one selected item in the universe. We isolate flower from anything else, so we don't compare flower to anything else. Yeah, so that's why flower is just one phenomenon. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Of course, we could say that the subject flower is one with flower, but also flower is just one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So now, can we find something which is not different and not one?
Yes.
Yes. What could it be?
Horns of a rabbit.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't
Because
exist.
as we said, if it doesn't exist, it cannot be one or different. Yeah, one and different are dichotomy. It means if it exists, it has to be one or different. Yeah, and if it is not one and not different, it doesn't exist. Yeah, this is very important for Arya Nagarjuna's reasoning. Yeah, yeah. If the person is not inherently one with the aggregates and not inherently different from the aggregates, there is no inherent person at all. It doesn't exist. Yeah. Wow, beautiful. Okay, so horned rabbit. Yeah, so we are looking for something which is not different and not one. So it has to be a non-existent. Yeah. Okay, so horned rabbit would work. So here, yes, that's an illustration of what we just said here. One and different are a dichotomy. If it exists, it has to be one or different. If it is not one and not different, it's just non-existent. Yeah. Okay. So just a simple illustration of that. Yeah. Okay. So yes, horned rabbit. What did I put? Maybe the blue unicorn. Okay, but horned rabbit works. Yeah. Or the square circle or the triangle circle and so on. Okay, so what could be none of them? Yeah, what could be not one and not different?
Different.
Yes, or the subject different?
No, table, chair.
Yes, because the subject different is one. Yes, very good. We are looking for something which is not one and not different. So it is not one and it is different. Yeah. Okay, so there have to be at least two items. There are 2 cups. Yeah, 2 cups are not one. Yeah, they are not one because
They are two phenomena. They are not singular phenomena.
yes, because there are many or because they are different. Yeah, if they are different, it follows that they are necessarily not one. Yes, very good. Very good. So what is the difference between the two? We have 3P. Exactly. Yeah, as Savila says. Okay, so the perversion is like this. If it is one, it's necessarily not different. But if it is not different, it's not necessarily one. It can be a non-existent. Yeah? Does it work? Is it clear for everyone? Yeah, okay, I'm checking the eyebrows.
Real quick then, and
Yes,
after what you, I mean, after what you just said, if we didn't get the last check mark on the outside of the circles, that would then move on to the 4P.
Ah, yeah.
And
So yes, if for instance we had exactly a check here in one, but not different, in the red circle but not the blue one, then we would have 4P.
then you
Yeah.
have the 4P, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because then you would have been able to answer the previous one, the previous question. Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because if we say, like, for instance, yeah, if the defender says 3P, and of course, if the challenger agrees, then he doesn't need to ask for something which is one and not different. Of course, there are different processes of debate. Yeah, like some people debate also with the Serkong Rinpoche, and they have another way to debate. Yes, they ask first for the very first answers, and after they double check them. But according to what we've done with Venerable Geshe Gensen and Venerable Geshe Losel at Nalanda Monastery, we just check each point each time. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's another way to do. But of course, as long as you don't miss the point, that's okay. You can do how you wish. Yeah. When you're the
I'm
challenger.
Definitely not there yet. I like the order. I need a system right now.
So for instance, here, if we have equivalent 3P and 4P, we necessarily have a common base. Yeah. Do you agree with that? Equivalent 3P and 4P, we necessarily have an overlapping of the circles. Yeah. So we necessarily have common base, at least one common base. Yeah. So then the challenger could ask for first for the common base. Then after, if it's 3P, there is a perversion. If it's A, it's necessarily B, but if it's B, it's not necessarily A. Then the challenger knows what thinks the defender, because it could be the way around. Yeah. So that's why the challenger needs to ask for the perversion. Please posit the perversion. Then we know if it is A, it's necessarily B, or on the contrary, if it is B, it's necessarily A. Yeah. Okay. Then after, if you agree with the defender, you don't need to ask for something which is missing here, like one and not different. But if you don't agree, you can assert a consequence. Yeah, you could say, okay, it follows that the subject, blah, 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 is not blah, 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 because you said blah, blah, blah. Okay, very good. But if it's like just a mere logic and you agree with the defender, you don't need to ask. Yeah. But I heard that according to Serkan Rinpoche, people ask as well anyway, even if it's 3P. So that's a way to do it. Okay, so we have 3P for the first debate. Fantastic. Well, I guess that you don't know the difference between the two. Different from one and one with different. Wow, crazy. That's crazy. I like it so much. Okay, different from one and one with different. You have 2 hours.
3P?
3P, okay, very good. Okay, so it follows you can posit an illustration of something which is both, or a common base between the two, different from one and one with different.
Different. No.
Yeah.
Sorry. Wait. Different from one. Is different.
Yes, different is
Table and chair.
Ah, table and chair. That's a good example, because we will see that table and chair are different from different.
They are mutually exclusive, actually.
Yes, so they are different, but they are not different itself. Yeah, because here we are checking something which can be one with different, and only different is not different from different. Only different is one with different. So of
Yeah,
course,
so
table
one-
and chair are different, but they are not one with different.
So one with different and different from one are contradictory.
Ah, okay, they are contradictory. So it follows that the subject different is not at the same time one with different and different from one. So for instance, I will, okay, different. Okay, so it follows that the subject different is not one with different.
Different is one with different, except
Okay, so that works. And the subject different, is it different from one?
why?
Okay, so it follows that the subject different is not different from one.
Except.
Okay, so it follows that the subject different which exists is one with one.
No pervasion.
Okay, positive pervasion. So I
I
could
think
ask
it's
maybe,
reason not established.
okay. So I could ask maybe, okay, it follows that you can posit the only thing in the universe which is one with one.
It's one.
Okay, one. It follows that the subject one is one with one.
Except one is one with
Okay,
one.
very good. So it follows that the subject different is not one with one.
Except.
Okay, so if it exists and it is not one with one, it's different from one.
It is not one with one. It is different from one.
Yeah, if it exists and it is not one with apple, it's necessarily different from apple.
accept.
Okay.
That's true. That's it.
Very
That's true.
good. So it follows that the subject different is different from one.
Accept. It is one with different.
And it is one with different, so it is both.
The common base.
It's a common base. No, you're not sure, Nala.
Different from one is different is one. So
Yes.
different can't be different from one.
Yes.
That I'm pretty
Difference.
sure.
Yeah, the subject different is one, but is
It's
it one with one?
No.
Ah, it is one within being different from one.
Different is one with different.
Yes, so it is in the blue circle. It is one with different. Yes, and
Yes.
different exists and is not one with one.
Except.
So it is different from one.
Except.
Okay,
No.
so it is.
No. Why?
Okay, for instance.
So if it is different from one, it does not necessarily follow that it is different.
Yes, okay, so I would accept that. Yes.
Yeah.
But if
Okay.
it is different from one, it's necessarily not one with one.
Okay. It's not necessarily one with one.
It's necessarily not. Yeah. It cannot be. If it is different from one, it cannot be one with one.
Except.
Okay, so the subject different exists and is not one with one, so it is different from one. Yeah, for instance, okay, cup, the
No,
subject cup.
reason not established. Different is not different from one.
Ah, different is not different from one. Okay, so the
Reason not
subject
established.
so the subject different is one with one.
Why?
So because either if it we have to say that it's a dichotomy, yeah. Either it is different or one, yeah. Do you agree with that?
Except.
It cannot be both, yeah. Okay.
Yes. Except.
So, and do you agree that either it is one with cup or different from cup?
Except.
Okay. And either it is one with one or different from one.
Except.
Yeah. So the subject different is not one with one.
Except.
So it is different from one.
So
It is,
except.
it is different in meaning and in name from one.
Oh, in that sense. Yeah, in that sense it is. Yes. Yes.
Yes, it is one, but it is
Yeah.
different from one.
Oh, okay. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Very
Yes. Yes.
good.
Yes. Yes.
Very
Yes. Yes.
good. Yeah,
Sorry.
like
Sorry. I didn't get it first. Sorry. I
yeah,
didn't
that's
get
normal
the.
because there are so many words, you know, one different and so on. But it's like cup,
Mm.
yeah, or we could say gray cup. Gray cup is cup, but different from cup.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And the subject of gray cup is different from cup because only cup is one with cup, and gray
Yeah.
cup is still a cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, or cup is a functioning thing, but different from functioning thing. Yeah, so
So different
different
is one,
is
but
one.
different from one.
Yes, very good.
Ah, okay, okay, okay.
Because only one in the universe is one with one. Yeah. So if it exists and is not one with one, it has to be different from one.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
very good. So here just to see maybe some examples. So who would say that different diverse phenomena is a common base between different from one and one with different? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, it follows that the subject diverse phenomena is one with different.
No, not diverse phenomena, just different. Diverse phenomena is different from
Exactly.
different.
Exactly. Different is just is one with
Ah, yes.
different. But diverse phenomena is the definition of different, but still it is different from different.
Yes.
Okay, very good. So it cannot work here, yeah? Of course, diverse phenomena, the definition of different is different from one. That's okay. But it is not one with different. It is different from different. Okay, so it cannot work, yeah? So now one with different is one with different, one with different?
Why?
Yes.
Oh, it follows that the subject one with different is not one with different.
Except it is one with different.
One with different.
Yes, very good. Yeah, the subject one with different is one with different. Yeah. Wow, fantastic. Yeah, that's how we cultivate that kind of mind. Yeah, as Venerable says, when we want to study some sophisticated teachings, we need the hardware in order that the software fits with that hardware. And those debates, they help for that. Of course, we could ask, why are we debating on those points? Yeah, because the perspective is to sharpen our hardware in order to fit with the software, yeah, that we will study later, or that you are already studying now. Okay, so that's fantastic. Yeah. So one with different is not one with different. It is one with different. Yeah. So it is different from different, so it cannot work as well. Only different is the common base here, yeah? only different is not one with different. Yeah, and is different from one.
But
Can we also say table and chair here?
Yeah, because if we put table and chair are they different? They are different, but they are not one with different.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, they are
Okay.
different
So
from
in
different.
this case, it is very particular that we use different.
Yes, exactly. That's very, like different itself is not different. Different is one.
Yes.
Yeah, like you already know that my favorite example in Hindi, animal is Januar. Yeah, Januar is masculine, but if it is Januar, it's not necessarily masculine. Yeah, if it is with cats in French, animal is masculine, but if it is animal, it can be feminine, like giraffe, turtle, they are feminine, yeah? Okay, so the subject different itself is one, but if it is different, it cannot be one. Yeah, okay. Fantastic. Oh, yeah. Okay. So now, what can be different from one and not one with different?
Table and chair will work here, no?
Yes, exactly. Yes, because we are looking for something which is different from one and different from different. Yeah, so table and chair would work. Yeah, exactly. They are different from one and they are different from different. If we put a phenomenon which is not diverse, is it different from one?
Except,
Yes, it is different from one because it is the definition of one. Yeah? So it has to be different from one, which is the definition. Yeah? Okay. And is a phenomenon which is not diverse different from different?
except.
Yes.
Yes, it is different from different because
So
only different is a phenomenon which is not different from different. Okay, so it would work. Yeah. Okay. Then diverse phenomena, does it work as well? Is diverse
Different.
phenomena different
Yes.
from one? Yes. And is diverse phenomena different from different?
Except.
Yes, because it is the definition of different. So it has to be different from different. Yeah, everybody agrees? Okay. Fantastic. Fantastic. Well, yes, table and chair, or we could say also pot. Yeah, pot. It follows that the subject pot is different from one. Can you hear me? Because
It is. It is.
Yes,
It
okay.
is.
Because
Yes, it is.
everybody's frozen. So I thought because my question is too hard, but it's because of the internet. Yeah. Okay, so the subject pot is different from one because?
Because only one is one with one.
Yes, exactly. Because only one is one with one. Yeah. Okay, so it follows that if only one is one with one, pot is different from one.
Except.
Yes, the subject pot is one and it is different from one. Yeah, everybody agrees? Wow, fine distinctions. Fantastic. So yes, table and chair, it would work as well. Yeah, fantastic. So it is something which is different from one and it is not one with different. Yeah, so of course, when we say not one with different, it could refer to a non-existent, but because we are looking for something which is also different from one, it has to exist. Yeah, okay. Wow, fantastic. So what could be one with different, but not different from one?
Nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, because you said 3P, yeah? Yeah, I forgot to ask for the perversion. Sorry. So yes, now we can say the perversion. Yeah?
So if it is different from one, it is if it is one with different, it is necessarily different from one. But if it is different from one, it is not necessarily one with different.
Yes, very good. If it is one with different, so whatever is one with different, it's necessarily different itself. Yeah, so different cannot be one with one. Different is necessarily different from one. Yeah, we could say different is necessarily different from one because it is contradictory with one. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yes, because there are no common base between what is different and what is one. Okay. So if it is one with different, it's necessarily different from one. But if it is different from one, it's not necessarily one with different. It can be pot, it can be table and chair. Yeah. It can be flower, it can be diverse phenomena, and so on and so on. Yeah, everybody agrees? Okay. Yes.
Can we go back one slide?
Yes, please.
Before,
I'll
one before.
try. Okay.
Oh,
Here, yeah, with pot. Yeah, maybe before.
yeah. No, this
Yeah,
one.
this one.
So in some of the slides you have different from one and different from different, and in some you have different from one and one with different.
Yes, exactly. It can be confusing. I thought it could help you because when we are looking for, yes, because they are the colors, and if it is in black, yes, okay. So here we have something which is different from one and not one with different. Yeah. So here I put in black, it means different from one and different from different.
Oh,
Yeah.
and
But I will erase those slides, yeah, when I will send it to you because it could be confusing. Yeah, so here when we are looking for something which is different from one and not one with different, it means different from one and different from different. Yeah.
oh, okay. Thank you.
Sorry. Yeah, I thought it could be helpful, but it's still opposite.
I thought
Okay.
we changed the relationship we're trying to do. I thought I missed something. Sorry.
Yeah. So here, if we are looking for, yes, if we are looking for something which is one with different, but not different from one, it would mean one with different and not different from one. Yeah, okay, that's okay, that's the same meaning, okay. Or one with different and one with one. What can be, yeah, something which is one with different and not different from one. Yeah, if it is one with different, it exists. Yeah, because if it is a phenomenon which is not diverse from different, it's a phenomenon, so it exists. And if it exists and it is not different from one, it has to be one with one. Yeah, so it means we are looking for something which were one with different and one with one. It's not possible, yeah? Okay. Okay, so there is nothing which can be one with different, but not different from one. Okay. Sorry. Then now we are looking for something which is none of them. What is not different from one and what is not one with different? What could it be? Something which is not different from one and it is not one with different.
One.
Yes, that's the elegant answer. Something which is not different from one and not one with different, because if we say the pink elephant, of course, it's a bit easy. Yeah? That's a non-existent. But one is the elegant answer because that's something which exists, but it is none of them. Yeah, it's not different from one. It is not one with different. Yeah. Okay. So 3P. Yes, please.
Is it the one being the answer? It's because on its own, it is one.
Yes, one is one.
That's it. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
One is one.
Okay.
Yeah, because some phenomena are not themselves. Like for instance, is definition or a definition?
Why? Mm-mm.
It follows that the subject definition is not a definition.
That
Yeah, the subject definition is not a definition because
Because it is a definition.
Yes, it follows that if it is a definiendum, it's necessarily not a definition. Yes, very good. And the subject different also. Different is not itself. Different is not different. Different is one. Yeah, so there are many phenomena which are not themselves. Like for instance, non-generality. Non-generality is a generality. Okay, so
But if we take one, it follows it is a permanent phenomena, being one
accept.
is permanent.
Yeah, one is permanent.
Take different, it follows it is permanent phenomena as well.
It's permanent as well. Yeah,
If it
exactly.
is- okay.
But if it is different, it's not necessarily permanent.
It could be impermanent. Yeah.
Yeah, table and chair are different, but they are not permanent. Yeah? So that's the same with Januar, which is masculine. But if it is Januar, it's not necessarily masculine. Yeah, different is permanent, but if they are different, they are not necessarily permanent. Yeah. Yes, Tara.
I never get the permanent thing now. I always seem to
yes.
be lost now. Like
Yes.
space is permanent. Then we're talking about impermanence. So everything's impermanent, non-inheriting, existing. And we're saying that
Everything
one
is
is
impermanent.
permanent, one is permanent. Why?
Yes. Okay, so it follows that everything is impermanent.
Well, see,
Yeah.
Oh.
What did the Buddha say in the
I
Dhammapada?
would say yes.
He
Everything's
said,
impermanent.
Sarva samskara anityaha. Yeah, sarva samskara, all composite phenomena are impermanent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then after he said all phenomena are selfless. Yeah. Sarva dharma anatta.
Yes.
Yeah. Anatmaka. Yeah. So all composite phenomena and all phenomena, it's very different. Huh? Yeah. So of course, when we hear in English everything is impermanent, we should hear everything, every functioning thing is impermanent.
Ah, is functioning thing the key factor?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yes, because
So
all
space is not a functioning thing?
exactly. Yes, it is only for the Vaibhashika.
And then you
But
would
for
be
the
saying,
for the
sorry.
Sautrantika onwards, space is a mere absence, so there is no substance that can change. So it exists, but it is not momentary. So that's the definition of permanent, a phenomenon which is not momentary.
Okay. And
Yeah.
then this one being permanent
Yes,
is
because who has the answer?
Because it does not have substance.
Okay, so it follows that if it doesn't have any substance, it's necessarily permanent.
Accept.
Okay, so the subject pink elephant is permanent.
Existent and no substance.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
And
whatever.
could be
Whatever.
known only through
Because it is
conceptualization.
yeah, because it is conceptual, just conceptual.
Yes, we could say because it is the appearing object to thought cognition, to thought consciousness. Yeah, for Acharya Dharmakirti and for the Sautrantika in general, Sautrantika following reasoning, if it is the appearing object to thought consciousness, it is necessarily permanent. Yeah, and if it is
okay,
the
thought consciousness is
yes,
necessarily permanent.
exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
because of course we will delve into that. Yeah, but you know that. Okay. So you know that if you conceptualize existent, you have impermanent phenomena and permanent phenomena. Yeah? It's a dichotomy, like one and different. We could say impermanent and permanent. If it exists, it has to be impermanent or permanent. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Would like it if
So-
I could remember that. It makes sense now, but thank
Yes.
you.
So we will see some slides later about that. But as long as you need your thought consciousness and that the whole set existent or the whole set one is the appearing object to your thought consciousness, it is permanent. But whatever is one is not necessarily permanent. Yeah, it can be apple or table or pot
Okay.
and so on. So yes, if that's the rule, that's the very important rule of the Sautrantika. As long as a phenomenon is the appearing object to thought consciousness, it is permanent. So if you use your thought consciousness to conceptualize impermanent phenomena and permanent phenomena in order to have existent, the generality existent, then the generality existent is the appearing object to your thought consciousness. So existent is permanent, but if it exists, it's not necessarily permanent. Yeah, so one is permanent. If it is one, it's not necessarily permanent. If it is different itself is permanent, but if it is different, it's not necessarily permanent, and so on. Yeah, we could say the isolate of pot is permanent, but if it is the isolate of pot, it's necessarily not permanent. It has to be pot itself, so it has to be impermanent. Yeah. Wow. Fantastic. Well, so of course we will do some debates about that later. Yeah. So usually I like this example of the organic rice and non-organic rice. Yeah. If you have 2 bags of rice, you have a bag of organic rice on the left and a bag of non-organic rice on the right. If you put a handle of non-organic rice in the organic rice bag, can you still sell it as organic rice? No, it is contaminated by the non-organic rice. Yeah. So permanent phenomena, they contaminate the whole set existent, the whole set one, and so on is contaminated by permanent phenomena. So that's why it becomes permanent. Yeah. Okay. So of course here it's not so. Yeah.
Would the rice become permanent when you mix the organic with, I mean, the organic
Yeah.
it's mixed with the non-organic?
Yes, then the whole bag of organic rice cannot be sold as
No.
organic rice anymore. It is contaminated, yeah, so it is non-organic.
Right.
Yeah, so non-organic illustrates permanent and organic rice illustrates impermanent. If you have, yeah,
Okay. Okay.
And for me, what helps also to
So
say like,
Christophe,
yes,
sorry.
please. Yes.
Go ahead, Maria.
so take impermanent. It is permanent.
Why?
Because if conceptualized, then it also becomes permanent, no?
Okay, so if we conceptualize impermanent, we have the meaning generality of impermanent. The meaning generality of impermanent is not impermanent itself. Yeah.
So it is permanent, right?
Yeah, the meaning generality of impermanent. Yeah, but impermanent itself is impermanent. Yeah, because the definition of impermanent is momentary.
That it is momentary.
Exactly. So impermanent is a non-associated compositional phenomenon. Yeah? It is impermanent and it is not form and consciousness, neither form nor consciousness. Yeah, so that's the same process. Impermanent is impermanent and impermanent is an NACP. But if it is impermanent, it's not necessarily an ACP. It can be form, it can be consciousness. Yeah?
Yeah. So take table.
Table.
It follows it is permanent.
Why?
So it means any impermanent phenomena is not permanent, right?
Exactly. Exactly, because all the instances of that generality are impermanent. Yeah.
Okay.
Or whatever is impermanent is an instance of impermanent has to be impermanent.
Yeah.
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 And whatever is an instance of a table has to be impermanent as well. Any table has to be impermanent. But whatever is an instance of existent is not necessarily impermanent. Yeah. Very good.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
So that's what, yeah.
Impermanent NACP, Christophe.
Yes, impermanent itself is a functioning thing, but it's not form and it is not cognition. So it is a non-associated compositional phenomenon. Yeah, the definition of
The generality of impermanent is not permanent.
So if we say the generality impermanent, then it is the appearing object to thought consciousness because generality is permanent. So if we say the generality impermanent, then we mix organic rice and non-organic rice. And the non-organic rice always wins. So generality is permanent because there are many generalities which are impermanent and many which are permanent. So generality itself is permanent. And if we mix that with impermanent, and if we say the generality impermanent, it becomes the appearing object to thought
Impermanent.
consciousness.
Hmm.
But impermanent itself, if we say just impermanent, impermanent is impermanent, but it is not form nor consciousness.
Why is impermanent impermanent?
Because the definition of impermanent is
Moment by moment?
yes, changing.
phenomena?
So it follows that impermanent is necessarily changing moment by moment.
And because
Like
time, you relate it also to time, and time is also a non-associative composite factor.
yes, if we speak specifically about present time, because for the Sautrantika, past and future are permanent.
Ah, okay.
Yes,
I didn't know.
but present time, the
It's
present
unique
time
and-
is
yes,
impermanent. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Hmm.
So yes, impermanent is a functioning thing, is a cause, is an effect, and so on. So it has to be impermanent, but it is not form and it is not consciousness. But whatever is impermanent can be form or can be consciousness or can be an ACP. Yeah? Yeah.
Well,
Like
seeing
if
what
we
ha-
said if we say the 5 aggregates, the subject, the 5 aggregates, it's an NACP. Because the 5
Yes.
aggregates, the whole set, the 5 aggregates has to be
Yes.
impermanent,
Yes.
but it is not form nor consciousness. It is none of them.
Correct.
But whatever is an aggregate can be form or can be a consciousness and so on.
Yes.
Very good. Wow. Wow, fantastic.
Ooh.
Then if we learn that, then we have the tools for the Madhyamaka and the Chittamatra and so on. If we learn that from the start, it's very, very easy. Of course, the Madhyamaka will not necessarily agree. Yeah, they would say, okay, if it is the appearing object to thought consciousness, okay, it is permanent. But if it is permanent, it's not necessarily the appearing object to thought consciousness. Emptiness can be the appearing object of a yogic direct perception. No? Yeah, for the Madhyamaka, for instance. But the main tools, yeah, the main basics, we could say, are very useful for the rest of the studies. Yeah? We had some debates with Vinaya Geshe-Losel at Nalanda. A few years ago, we had 1 month of intensive debates, and some students of the master's program, they came, they joined, and they said sometimes, that's why, that's why. That's why they say like this in the text. So they could understand the main points of the very hardcore philosophy thanks to the Sautrantika. Yeah? That's so useful. Okay. Very good. So yes, we will see that later. We'll see permanent and impermanent because that's so important as well. But for now, we try to stay on different and one. Okay, so we have 3P. Everybody agrees? If it is one with different, it's necessarily different from one. Yeah, because whatever is one with different is just different itself, and different is one, but it is different from one. Yeah, okay. Very good. Bob is very happy. Wow, fantastic. Okay, so now let's try with this one. Well, I guess that you don't know the difference between the two. One and one with a phenomenon which is not diverse. Crazy as well. Okay, the reason is established. I don't know the difference between the two. I'm joking. Okay, the reason is not established. Okay, though it follows that you know the difference between the two. One and one with a phenomenon which is not diverse. So you all noticed that a phenomenon which is not diverse is the definition of
one.
one. Exactly. Very good.
And the
Very good.
definition can serve as a definition for only one definitum.
Yes, but strange enough, we can find some sometimes two definitions given by Yonzin Purbuchak. For instance, the definition of color, yeah, do yeah, so that which is suitable to be a hue. And sometimes he says do to tendurua, that which is suitable to be shown as a hue. Okay, so but it's okay. As long as during the debate we agree on one definition, that's what it means. Yeah. Okay. Okay, very good. So could you find the difference between the two, one and one with a phenomenon which is not diverse? Contradictory, equivalent, 3P, 4P? Yeah, 3P. Okay, positive perversion.
If it is one with a phenomena which is not diverse, it is necessarily one. But if it is one, it is not necessarily one with the phenomena which is not diverse.
Wow, fantastic. Okay, usually the challenger should say, no, 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 it's not true, it's not true. But I'm so happy with your answers. I go in your way. But usually the challenger uses a lot of irony and says, no, 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 you don't know, you don't know. But it seems that you know very well. Okay, so what is the common base between the two? One and one with a phenomenon which is not diverse?
Phenomena which is
Phenom-
not
Yes, exactly. If we say one, does it work?
no.
No.
No, one is one, that's okay, but one is not one with a phenomenon which is not diverse. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Yes, very good. It is different from a phenomenon which is not diverse. Okay, so the only common base is this one, yeah, the definition of one, yeah. We cannot even say the definition of one. The subject, the definition of one. Because the subject, the definition of one is not the definition of one. Okay,
Yeah.
very good. So a phenomenon which is not diverse, it follows it is one with a phenomenon which is not diverse.
Except.
Very good. And it follows that the subject, a phenomenon which is not diverse, is one.
Except.
Yes, it is one because
Because it is one with the phenomena which is not diverse.
exactly. Very good. So if it is one with a phenomenon which is not diverse, it's necessarily one. Yeah. Fantastic. Okay. And the perversion was okay. If it is one with a phenomenon which is not diverse, it's necessarily one. Yeah. Okay. But if it is one, it's not necessarily a phenomenon which is not diverse. So what can be one, but not one with a phenomenon which is not diverse?
Pot.
Pot. Yeah. Very good. Very good. Yeah. So the meaning is one and different from a phenomenon which is not diverse. Yeah. That's the meaning of that. Okay. So yes, pot. So if we say different, which is, if we say different, does it work? Yeah. It seems to
Yes.
work. So it follows that
Yeah.
the subject different is one.
Except.
Oh, yes. No.
Yes, it is one.
Yeah. The subject different. Yeah. The challenger is not saying if it is different, it's necessarily one. Yeah. That's very different. Yeah. That's the case. Okay. But the subject different is one. Yeah. Yeah. Because there are two ways for the challenger to affirm a consequence. It can be a perversion or it can be a non-perversion, we could say. Yeah, the subject different is one, it's not a perversion. But if we say, if it is different, it's necessarily one, then in that case, it's a perversion. That's very different. Yeah? Okay, so the subject different, it follows it is one.
Except.
Okay, so it follows that the subject different is not diverse phenomena.
Why?
It follows that the subject different is diverse phenomena.
Except.
So it follows that the subject different is different because it is diverse phenomena.
No pervasion.
So it follows that if it is diverse phenomena, it's not necessarily different. So it follows that if it is okay, so it follows that if it is hot and burning, it's not necessarily fire.
Why?
So it follows that if it is hot and burning, it's necessarily fire.
Except.
And if it is fire, it's necessarily hot and burning.
Except.
Okay, because there is equivalence between the two. So between the definition of different and different, is there any equivalence? If it is diverse
Yes.
phenomena, it's necessarily different.
Except.
And if it is different, it's necessarily diverse phenomena.
Why?
Oh, so there is no perversion. There are not the 8 doors of perversion between a definition and its definition.
If it is different, it is not necessarily diverse phenomenon. And we can give the example as different itself, no?
Okay, so it follows that the subject different is different.
Why?
Ah, and it follows that the subject different is diverse phenomena.
Why?
Okay, so it's none of them, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, the definition of different is diverse phenomena, but different itself is not diverse phenomenon. It is a phenomenon which is not diverse. It is one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I'm really sorry. I need to plug the computer. Okay. So let's try it again. Yeah. Okay. So do you agree that if it is fire, it's necessarily hot and burning?
Except.
Okay. And if it is hot and burning, it's necessarily fire.
Except.
Okay, so both are coextensive, yeah. If it is this definition, it has to be this definition done, yeah. If it is hot and burning, it's necessarily fire. If it's fire, it's necessarily hot and burning. If it is different, it's necessarily diverse phenomena, yeah?
Except.
And if it is diverse phenomena, it's necessarily different.
Except.
Okay, but is different?
Why?
Exactly. So it follows that the subject different is not different.
Except.
So it follows that the subject different is not diverse phenomena.
Except.
Very good.
Except.
Very
Except.
good. Excellent. Very excellent. Okay. So yes, different is one.
Because different also is a permanent phenomena like this.
Yes.
Like
Okay.
this.
So if it is permanent, it's necessarily one.
Accept. Je crois.
Okay. So the subject impermanent is permanent because it is
Oh,
one.
well, no. No.
Okay.
Tricky.
Very good. Yes, tricky. That's so nice to reflect. Yeah, to have an active mind. It's so useful. Okay, so different works. Yeah. Yeah, different is not one with the phenomenon which is not diverse, and different is one, so it works. Okay, if we say diverse phenomena, does it work as well?
What was the question?
Yeah,
Sorry.
is the subject diverse phenomena one and not one with the phenomenon which is not diverse?
Except.
Yes, the subject diverse phenomena is one because
Because it is one with itself, one with diverse phenomena.
exactly, we could say because it is one definition. If it is one definition, it's necessarily one, yeah? Do you agree?
Well, actually, we should say all phenomena are one because they all one or different.
Okay.
No, they all one
So-
or different. But
so it follows that-
all phenomena are one with themselves.
Yes, that's true.
Anyway.
Yes, any phenomenon is one with itself.
So-
Yeah. But it doesn't mean that every phenomenon has to be itself.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like definition is not a definition.
Okay.
And the object of knowledge impossible to be is an object of knowledge possible to be. Okay, let's drop it for now. We will see that later. Okay, so yes, every phenomenon is one with itself. Yeah, that's a basic rule. Yeah, okay, very good. Okay, so diverse phenomena is one because it is one definition. It is one with itself. And it is not one with a phenomenon which is not diverse. Yeah, it is different from that. Okay, but pot works as well. Yeah, if we say one, does it work?
No.
No, the subject one is not one.
Oh no, it works. It works. One is one,
Okay.
and
One is one, but
one is not one with the phenomena which is not diverse. Yes, it works.
yes. Very good. Yes, one is not one with a phenomenon which is not diverse. Yeah, it is different. Yeah, from its definition.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Very good. Okay, pot is easier. Yeah? Pot is one, and pot is not one with a phenomenon which is not diverse. Very good. So, as we said, if it is one with a phenomenon which is not diverse, it's necessarily one, yeah? So there is nothing which can be put here in the blue circle, which is not in the red circle, yeah? Yeah, we already gave the perversion, yeah? Okay, and the last possibility, what can be not one and not one with a phenomenon which is not diverse?
Pillar and a vase.
Yes, very good. Yeah, pink elephant is too easy. So yes, two pots. Yeah, two pots, for instance. Yeah, two pots. Because they are not one, of course, they are different. And they are not one with a phenomenon which is not diverse. Very good. So 3P. Everybody agrees? Okay. Yeah, very good. 3 checks. And the last one for today. Oh, okay. So by the way, now when I think about next week I will be in a train. So we will see, yeah, with Chaviji and Nicola, if we have a class on Saturday or if we just have some break. And I will send you a quiz in between. We will tell you, yeah? Okay. So, okay. Well, I guess that you don't know the difference between the two, color and contradictory with color. Oh, panic.
But there is contradiction anyway, you know.
Okay, so it follows that they are contradictory.
Color,
It follows that the subject, the two, color and contradictory with color are contradictory.
accept.
Okay. So it follows that they are different with no common base.
Accept.
Yeah, that's the meaning of contradictory. Yeah, they are different with no common base. Okay, so different with no common base with color. So let's check that point, which is not the easiest one. But here, could you find a common base between the two, red and blue? No, there is no, yeah, even purple is not red and blue, yeah? Okay, so there is no common base between the two. So if there is no common base between the two, do you agree that there is no common base between the two and color?
Because if you say color red or color blue, but if you say blue or red,
yes, if we say the set of the two, the set of red and blue, the set of red and blue, it's a set of colors, so it belongs to color, but it is contradictory with color because there is nothing which is at the same time red and blue and color.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, this one is crazy. Yeah, so the
But-
set of the two, yeah.
if you put the definition red color, it works. But if you only say red, but that's
Yes,
that's
if
the
you say, for instance, okay, yes, if you compare red and color, for instance, then you can put suitable to be shown as a red hue. So
Voilà.
it is red and it is color, yeah.
Ah.
But here we compare
Yeah.
something which is color and contradictory with color. So that's more complicated. Yeah. So if we say, for instance, red and blue, it follows that the subject red and blue are colors. So they are suitable to be shown as hue. Yeah. So they are colors, but they are contradictory with color because there is no common base between the two, red and blue. So there is no common base between red and blue and color. Yeah, does it work? Yeah, so this one is very tricky. Like for instance, pot and table are existent, but are contradictory with existent. Because there is no common base between pot and table, so there is no common base between pot and table and existent.
Oh, so we have red and blue on one hand and
Yes.
color on the other. Because
Exactly.
there is nothing that is red and blue at the same time, it cannot have any common base with color.
Yes, that's exactly that. Yeah.
Christopher, Christoph, can we
Yes,
go
please.
to the previous? Can we go to the previous slide?
Yes, this one.
No,
No.
the one.
This
previous,
one.
the previous, that one. Because here you're saying color and contradictory with color. How
Yes.
do I know that you're talking about a set of red and blue?
Ah,
Like-
that's the only possibility found by the defender. Because if you choose one color, it
Mhm.
cannot be contradictory with color. Yeah, if you choose blue, for instance, you say blue. Blue is not contradictory with color.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you have to choose at least two colors. You can choose 3, 4, 5. Yeah, the 4 primary colors, if you wish, the whole set of the 4 primary colors. And they are colors, they are suitable to be shown as you. Yeah, of course, because in Tibetan we don't use the plural and singular. So we can say they are kado. They are just color. Of course, in English we have to say they are colors. But still the set of the two is color, is suitable to be shown as you, but it's contradictory with color because there is no common base between the first two. So there cannot be any common base between the first two and the third one. That's the trick. Yeah. So like red and blue. Okay, red and blue are contradictory, so there is no common base between the two. So there is no common base between the two and color. Yeah, so the set of the two, red and blue, is color, but it is contradictory with color. Yeah, the 5 aggregates are functioning thing, but they are contradictory with functioning thing. The 5 aggregates are functioning things because, as Arya Nagarjuna says, in brief, the five aggregates are all impermanent phenomena. Yeah. So the 5 aggregates are functioning things, but they are contradictory with functioning things because there is nothing which is form and non-form, or consciousness and not consciousness, and so on. Yeah. So of course it's easier to think, yeah, the 5 aggregates are contradictory with a person. There is no person which can be the 5 aggregates because the 5 aggregates are functioning thing impossible to be. There is nothing that can be the 5 aggregates altogether. Yeah, does it work?
Yeah, functioning thing. How are they contradictory with functioning thing?
Yeah, because it's like red and blue. Yeah, we have among the aggregates, we have form and 4 aggregates which are not form. Yeah, like for instance, we have the 5th aggregate, which is consciousness. Yeah, there is nothing that can be form and consciousness.
So because they're non-associated composite factor, that's the reason they are contradictory with.
That would not be the reason, but the reason would be because among the 5 aggregates, so yes, the 5 aggregates altogether, the whole set of 5 aggregates is non-associated compositional factor. That's true. Yes, and some aggregates are non-form, and one aggregate is form. Yeah, so you cannot have a common base between form and non-form. So that's why nothing can be the 5 aggregates. Even the person cannot be the 5 aggregates. Otherwise, the person could be form and non-form at the same time.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, in that
So
sense, yeah.
because the 5 aggregates are contradictory altogether, even feeling and discrimination, they are contradictory. Yeah. And feeling and consciousness also, they are contradictory because consciousness is a primary mind and feeling is a mental factor. So they are contradictory.
Yeah.
So they are mutually contradictory. So that's why nothing can be all of them. And because they are contradictory with everything else. If there is no common base between the 5, there is no common base between the 5 and functioning thing. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, yeah.
Wow, so nice. Okay. So as long as we have that, then some debates, some tricky debates should be okay. Like if you check, for instance, contradictory with one and contradictory with different, you could find four possibilities. Yeah. Okay. So here, color and contradictory with color, we say blue and red, the set of the two is contradictory with color, but it is suitable to be shown as hue. Yeah, so it is color. Yeah, so you can find a common base. So could you find a common base So now could you find an illustration of color which is not contradictory with color? That's easier, yeah?
Any color.
Any color.
Any color, yeah. Red.
A
Exactly.
singular, it's a singular phenomena.
Yes,
you
we have to choose one color, exactly.
Exactly. Right.
Yes, okay.
red-
So red. Yeah. Sorry.
Red.
Yes, exactly.
Red.
Red. The subject red. It follows it is a color.
Except
Yes, it is a color because.
because it is suitable to be a hue.
Yes, it follows that if it is suitable to be a hue, it's necessarily a color.
Except
Okay, and the subject red is not contradictory with color.
except
It is not contradictory with color because.
because it has a common base with color.
Exactly. Yes. Very good. So if it has a common base with color, it's necessarily not contradictory with color. Yes, for instance, the red color of a flower is red and is color. So it is both. Yeah, it is a common base. Very good. Wow. So now what can be contradictory with color or not color? I think as long as we've done the first one, the common base, all the rest is easy.
The smell
what?
of a rose.
Yes, the
Yeah.
smell of a rose. Yes, very good. Or pot. Pot is necessarily not a color. Even a red pot is not a color, yeah? Okay. Very good. And now what can be none of them? Not a color and not contradictory with color?
Pink
Blue
elephant.
unicorn.
Yes, blue unicorn or pink elephant. Very good. So 4P between the two, yeah? Yeah, it's very counterintuitive. Yeah, from the start we said they're necessarily contradictory. But still, because of this set of two contradictory phenomena which have no common base, we can say that it is color. Still, it is contradictory with color. Yeah, usually in the text, they say pot and pillar. Pot and pillar is contradictory with existent, but still it is existent. That's crazy. Yeah? Okay. Very good. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was really great. I was very happy with your answers. And sorry if it is a bit tricky. And please, if sometimes we go a bit too fast, dare to say, oh yeah, please come back. Because it can be useful for other persons as well. And it's always useful for anyone anyway to repeat and to review some points. Yeah. So I will send you the slides without the subtitles, you know, the black ones. And for next time, I will send you a nice quiz, not too complicated like for the psychology that we had before. I must apologize for that. But yes, just a few questions to be sure that everyone is on the same page. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. It was great for the sake of all the beings of the long
Question.
life. And yes, please, a question.
I have a question from one of the slides. Like when we differentiate between existent, non-existent, then inside existence there is permanent and impermanent,
Yes.
and inside the permanent it's object impossible to be. So
Yes.
why is it not equivalent with non-existent? Because it's object impossible to be.
Yes. Like, yeah, we have permanent impossible to be and permanent possible to be. That's one of the divisions of permanent. The other division is permanent in time or eternal and temporary permanent. Yeah, that's another division, but you're right, it's Tawamola. The first division is this one given by Yonzin Pulbuchak. Permanent possible to be and permanent impossible to be. So permanent impossible to be, it's at least a set of two permanent phenomena which have no common base. Like for instance, space in the east and space in the west. Yeah, space in the east and space in the west, that exists. That's an object of knowledge. That's permanent, but nothing is both. Yeah, so that's permanent, impossible to be. And we have permanent, possible to be. For instance, space in the east and existent. Existent is permanent. Space in the east is permanent, but something can be both. Yes, space in the east yesterday. Yes, space in the east yesterday. It exists. I could say space in the east today. That's better. Space in the East today exists and is space in the East. So it is permanent, possible to be. You can have something which is both. Yeah. So among between the two, permanent, impossible to be, and existent. Yeah, permanent, impossible to be has to exist because it's permanent. It's a phenomenon which is not momentary. But nothing can be both members of that set. That's why they say impossible to be.
So it's always a set.
Yes, exactly. Exactly, yeah. So we could say that if it is a set of contradictory members, it is a set impossible to be. Wow.
It's exactly the same for the impermanent because a pot can never be a table. So both
Yes,
of them,
exactly.
example you said we give before, it's exactly the same. They are both
Exactly.
are existent, but they can never be the same time together. Yeah.
Exactly. They can be
See them
together. You can have a
separately,
table and a
but
pot. You
Yeah.
can have a pot on a table. That's okay.
Yeah.
You can have them together, but nothing can be both.
Exactly, in the same time.
Yes, exactly. Yes, because we could have a table. Yeah. We can transform a table into something which is not a table and so on, but it's not at the same time. Yeah. Okay. But a table and a pot, they are a functioning thing, impossible to be. Yes. Does it work? Wow, so nice. Thank you so much. And for the long life and good health of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and for the sake of all the beings. Thank you so much and see you next time. Take care.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Christophe.
A
Thank you.
pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye.